Okay, this is Coco. I wanted to talk to you this morning a little bit about how to use Cubase elements in order to do some keyboard recording using the chord pads. Now, there's a lot of videos out there, but most of them get into too much into the weeds. I'm a guitar player, so I just want to know the basics. I'm using Cubase 15 elements. So there are a few limitations, and I just wanted to show you using an example song of how to use it, the basics of how to use it as I do. So let me start out first by going ahead and playing this finished product, and you can hear how I've used the chords down here for "Don't Dream It's Over" by Crowded House to create a track that sounds pretty good. So let me go ahead and play it. Okay, welcome to the Coco Bar and Grill. We're going to be doing a song from 1986 by Crowded House called "Don't Dream It's Over." Hope you enjoy. There's a freedom within, there's a freedom without. Try to catch the deluge in a paper cup. There's a bad. All right, I won't hurt your ears too much with that playing that. So let me show you. Now these are all the finished tracks, of course, but let me turn off all the tracks I don't want to play, and we'll just focus in using the hailing on just the Rhodes electronic piano. I won't go into the details of how to do all this stuff because hopefully you've messed around with it enough. But of course, hailing on it got all kinds of sounds. But in this particular song, I used the one for with Rhodes. Okay, so let's just go ahead and get down to it. Basically, what I'm doing is I take a chord sheet, a lead sheet that has the chords in it, and then I rebuild the chords onto the chord pads. Now, when you pull it up, it's going to come up with the circle of fifths. You don't need that. You can change it to other things, to the chord editor itself, okay? Or you can use a drop down up here with the chord editor, which is this button here, and do it that way also. Okay, the other things you can do, if your song has a lot of chords, you can also add, let me turn this off. You can also add more chord pads depending on the size of your keyboard. Now I'm using a Novation 43, so it's got a lot of keys on it. But if yours is small, you might have to shorten it or if it's longer. So if I just hit this button over here, I can go ahead and add additional chords, pads that I could load up with chords. So let's take a second to see how that's done. In this particular case, for this song, there's three chords in the intro, which is the E flat suspended second, E flat suspended seventh suspended second, and then E flat seventh suspended fourth. So I've loaded those up in the first three positions, and I'm pushing the keys on my keyboard because they match, and you can sort of see that down when I'm pushing the key. And then I go to the C sharp, in my case, the C sharp key, but it's playing an E flat suspended second, the seventh suspended second. And then the last chord on the intro is E flat seventh suspended fourth. Okay, so you're basically, all you have to do, especially if you're a guitar player, all you have to do is be able to follow with your left hand and start, say, for the intro. And then, okay, and then the verse has actually four chords, so an E flat suspended second, a C minor, A flat, or A flat, and then it ends on a C suspended second with a G bass. Okay, so let me show you how to do these chords, place these chords. Here's some blank ones over on the end. I'm not using them, but if I highlight it with the mouse, I can go over here to the chord editor, and I can basically add any chord I want. So, like if I want to do a D, Let's say I want to do a D major 7. See how I got D major 7? Now when I press that, this matches to a specific key on the keyboard, which is right here. See, these are sharps. You can see it's sort of matching the image of your keyboard down below, starting at the very lowest note on your keyboard, the left-hand side, the far left-hand side. Okay, and then you just have to find it. So in this case, it's up here. That's how you load a chord in. And let's see, a couple of other things. You can move them around by just dragging and dropping. So if I just hold the left mouse button down and drag it over here to where D flat was, just switches places here. But I don't want that because that's part of the chorus there. Deleting a chord, you just highlight it and then you can hit the delete button up here, remove assignment. It's going to ask you, and then it disappears. A couple of other things on the chord pads themselves. This little AV, that's called auto voicing, and you can use that to set up a particular chord, so it'll change the voicing of that chord each kind of randomly every time you play it. If you want to set it to a specific voicing, you highlight the chord itself and use these last two up and down arrows. Say you don't like the way the C minor sound, maybe it sounds too high, so you want to flop over the voicing so that you're using the chords out of order. You know how you do that. You can push it and it changes it. See, you can see it down below. It's lowering the voicing because it's changing the order of the notes on the keyboard that it's actually playing. A couple of other things too. If you want to select all the chords on your chord pad, you just hit this select all, and they're all highlighted. And you do a couple of things with that. You can raise and lower or transpose everything down a key. So let's say you wanted to do the song in D instead of E flat. See, everything went down all together. You got to hit another button, and so now they're all the chords in D. So there is freedom within. I'll play the chords for the verse and sing with it. You'll have to bear with me. And there's a freedom within. There's a freedom without. To catch the deluge in a paper cup. Now all I'm doing is just basically following the chords on the keyboard. It's a single note giving you a chord. And it's arpeggiating because I have it set to arpeggiate. So that's the one thing that when you first bring it up, it's going to be set to plain chords, which is basically you're just playing. There's no arpeggiating going on, but you can set it to pattern. And this is a thing with Cubase 15 elements. You're sort of locked into these patterns, which is a lot. It gives you a lot, so you can change the pattern itself. Let me see how that one sounds. Maybe a little too busy for this song. Okay, so maybe I'll go back to. I found that the story of my life is kind of a slow one. That might be a little too slow. You can adjust the arpeggiating by increasing or decreasing your tempo, which is down here. So let's say I thought the arpeggiating was a little too slow. So I raised this to 150. So maybe, see how it increased the arpeggio rate? Let me see if I can sing to that. Hey on, hey on, hey on, don't dream it's over. Hey, we'll go. Dun, dun. There is freedom within. There is freedom without. So you adjust the arpeggiating down here. Okay, let's see some of the other things. I haven't messed too much with this velocity thing here, but I think it's how hard you hit this. Let's see some of the other things on the chord pattern. Oh, yeah, you can change the root note here, but you have to have them all selected. It's sort of like doing it with here, where you're transposing it up and down. Okay, let's see some other things for this time. Okay, so when you're getting ready to record, basically what you're going to be doing is you're going to move the bar, the recording bar, up to the very beginning. And let's just say I wanted to record. I'll add in a new track. Alien, I'll just call it test track, and I'll change the color to orange, just for grins. Okay, so I got that. I'm not sure what instrument it is. It doesn't have an instrument aside. Let me put tuba. Oh, actually, let me put trombone. And I want it on sustain. Turn the level up a little bit. I'll test it. Okay. It's off. Okay, so now I'll change the name to tuba. Or trombone, sorry. Trombone. And let me see how it sounds now. Sounds a little, I don't know if you can hear that. Let me turn it up a little bit. And I'm just walking up the keyboard and it's playing those chords. There is freedom within, there is freedom without. I can catch the Okay, so basically you're just going to hit the recording button and you're going to get that. So let me do it. So you're just going to record right on top of that. So, all right, I think that's enough for right now. Hopefully this recorded successfully. I'll give you some more tips later on as I get smarter and smarter on my covers. But until then, hope things are going good for you, and have a great day.